Welcome to the first ever bonus episode of Two Ghost Review. In this episode, I will be going over my recent Atlanta slash Sonoya trip where I got to see some really cool Walking Dead filming locations. And if you would like to see some more pictures or comparisons, you can go to Blue Ghost Review on Instagram to check some of those out. But pictures will be included in this episode. If you watch it on YouTube or watch the video on Spotify, I'm going to try to do the video on Spotify, which I've never done before, but hopefully that works and it'll be available there as well as YouTube. So, yeah, please enjoy this bonus episode. All right, you ready to hear everything I experienced Walking Dead wise while I was in Atlanta?
Tell me your tantalizing tales.
A tantalizing tale. Okay, let's so start we get picked up. We got picked up by our tour person, right?
No, this was not a group tour. This was a
No.
one-on-one tour.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one tour. So this lady pulled up just like in a like SUV, basically. Yeah. Yeah. She pulled up. It's like a private tour of it. Of
This is just someone who lives in Atlanta and is like, I
Yeah.
watched The Walking Dead. I can drive people there and talk
Well,
about it.
she actually had some cool background. Um, I mean, it wasn't like nothing directly Walking Dead or anything. Like she didn't work on it or anything like that. But she did like costuming. So like she worked in she said she like worked in a warehouse where like they had all the like a huge warehouse and it was all like uniforms. So like they would have gotten Rick's police outfit costume from that place because it's a uniform. So, but they have like all different kinds of styles and sizes and everything, and it's just like rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of uniforms. So she said,
Mm.
yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of cool. She said like I think she was talking about the riot gear, like have it like struggling to put stuff like that away, like put riot gear costumes away because they're so bulky and they wouldn't fit on the racks. But interesting. So anyway, yeah, we got picked up and me and my dad. Um, but yeah, we got picked up and we started driving around. We were like in the middle. We stayed in like the basically like right in the middle of the city, like downtown Atlanta. Um, but she took us out. The first place she took us was the bridge where we get the shot of Rick riding in to Atlanta. So we got to she like stopped in the
The bridge that goes over that?
that goes yeah they shot off of like they were
Oh, okay.
yeah so like it overlooks.
You don't see the bridge at all.
No, you don't see the bridge. No, they were on the bridge using it to get the angle. But like if you stand on that bridge, you see that shot of Rick going into Atlanta. I did have a picture. I know nobody else is going to be able. I might post these pictures just to on like Instagram or something, so everybody else can follow along. But I'm going to show you here.
Were all those lanes there before, or did they
No,
take them out?
they added lanes in CG.
Okay.
So like yeah, it's only like a 2 lane, but they made it like a 4 lane, like big highway. It's actually
Yeah.
really it's not even like that big of a highway. Like if you the other side, like you
Mhm.
turn around, you can like see a stoplight, like a hill
Oh.
stoplight. It doesn't even look like a highway. But yeah, like they added um on the right side of the road going in, like they added all the train in the in that picture in that shot. Um, and like obviously like they took out the light post and everything, and they also added like kind of like in the mid ground there another bridge to make it
Yeah,
look.
that's what I thought
Yeah.
that you were talking about when you said the bridge, because this doesn't look like I don't recognize this at all.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
This
I just.
looks like
Yeah.
like
I
it looks so different. I knew that there was more lanes. I don't remember these turning lanes or merging, This doesn't look
yeah.
like that.
It is that. Yeah. It's smaller, but
Well, it's smaller, it's
yeah.
missing a bridge.
Yeah.
It just looks different. It's not a bad thing necessarily, but
No.
that's what when you said the bridge, I was like, "Oh, the bridge that, he rides under." And you're like, "Well,
Oh
no, the bridge
yeah.
they shot off of." And now I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, "Where was there not another bridge? Was I pretending or did I just misremember a bridge
I
there?"
should have
No,
been
there was a bridge.
more descriptive. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool to see that though. Like that they added a bunch, but you can clearly tell that it's that shot. Like it's cool. Cool. I really enjoyed this seeing this. Ooh. And a cool thing, if you look at the picture of Rick riding in or the scene or whatever, the like if you go like the top of his hat, you look at the top of his hat or his head, whatever, and you draw a line straight up, that is where our hotel was. Like right in the middle of the shot. This little building like popping up over the top of the
Huh.
skyline. That's where we were staying, right in the middle of downtown.
Rick was
So,
going to pick you up.
yeah, he was on his way with a bag of guns. But yeah, so that's the first place we stopped. Then let's see what else we got here. Yeah, then we started driving. We actually turned around off of this bridge and got to drive down that road. Like she drove down right where Rick was on the horse.
Wow.
It was cool. It was cool, man. It's like, oh,
It would have been better if you
I'm
got a
riding
horse.
in. Yeah, I should have gotten a horse. Dang it. But yeah, it's cool. It was weird because obviously like the layout is in the show it looks one way and in real life it's different. But like going straight, it goes forward and then it curves off to the left. It just took us like straight out of Atlanta. Like it didn't we didn't go in. Obviously we were going somewhere else, but that road that he was on is like it's like a way to get out of Atlanta kind of.
So they
But
pretended like it was the way in,
yeah.
and it's the way out.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe if you go another lane over or something, you might get in
If it
there,
was a
but
4-lane highway, it wouldn't do that.
yeah, if
So
it was a
it
four.
would just go straight
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. But yeah, that was really cool getting to like drive towards that skyline. Um, so we started driving towards that, then took a left up that road, and not too much later, we weren't out of the city yet, and we got to see Grady Memorial, like right
Oh
off to the
no.
side, right off to the right there. It
Oh
was pretty
no.
cool. Like, oh, dang,
Did you go in there and
no,
ride the elevator?
no, we didn't go into Grady Memorial, but it is they do use it. Like it's
Did they
no,
film there?
they did actually film. Well, the inside stuff apparently was like set
Well, yeah,
stuff.
obviously,
They
but
didn't well, maybe she did say they filmed in there a little bit. I don't know. Um, but I think most of it was set. And then she did say,
did they dress the exterior when they come out?
yeah, that was actually Great Memorial. Like when
Imagine you're like, I'm just trying to get surgery, or like if they have an emergency department
yeah,
and you're like getting pulled out of an ambulance on a stretcher, and you look over and there's literally like sorry, we have to turn the sirens off. This is an emergency. We gotta get you to the hospital. Sorry, we have to turn the sirens off. They're filming. You look over and there's like zombies, and you're like, I don't slipping in and out of
bro,
consciousness. Like, well,
whoa.
where are you taking me?
You wake up later, it's like, what happened?
My God, I always knew this day would come. It's just like that show that I watched, The Walking Dead. Oh no, they were just filming that.
So in this scenario, the show had already come out, but they were still filming the seeds.
The show had previous seasons before they shot at that hospital.
Yeah, okay, I get
This
what you're
is a
saying. I get
fan
what you're
in
saying.
between seasons
Okay. Oh
while
yeah.
it's in production.
But yeah, this looked more. I don't know when I saw Grady Memorial, it made me think more of the shot of like Rick in season one with Grady Memorial behind him when he's leaving Atlanta than the I guess the shots we get of it with Beth. But yeah, it's cool to see. It's cool. Yeah, Daryl carrying Beth out. They actually shot at Grady
Yeah,
Memorial.
that's what I was asking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I have a picture of it for you, but the like driving past Grady Memorial, right behind it, we saw all the parking garages, like that. Rick was Rick and
No.
them were like with the cops out
Yeah.
there. That was cool. It was like
Why didn't you take a picture of that? You're supposed to
I
make the
don't know.
most of it.
I don't think I did. All right, so we drove out of the city, and then
No parking garage picture then.
no, I don't have a parking garage picture,
Boo.
but it was there. Trust me, it was right behind it.
I think you're a liar.
About to hop on Google Maps or Google Earth or something.
Well,
No,
that's the only way you'll be able to show me because you didn't take a picture.
that's right. Anyway, we then we started driving out. It was like an hour drive to Sonoya.
Oh my goodness.
So the only place we stopped along the way, it was kind of close to Sonoya. I think it was within Sonoya, but um, we stopped at.
You're gonna have to drop this lady's info. Is this like a public, like you can Google it and find
Yeah,
this service?
you can find this tour. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
type in whatever Walking Dead tour, and we just did the shorter one. It's like a 3 hour one, and we ended up going 4 hours. But yeah, um, so we stopped at this place
Why is this familiar to me?
because it is the mill in the like opening intro for Walking Dead.
Oh, so I've seen this like
So look
47 times.
on her
Well,
phone there
47 times, 47,000 times. Yeah.
in this picture. That's the intro.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, it's
Wow, and it looks even more in universe in real life.
yeah, it definitely had a more all this foliage or whatever in front of it, but um, yeah, this was cool to see. It was the obviously in the intro, but it's also where they filmed like um, the meeting with Rick and the governor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but like she said, our guide said that they didn't actually film the inside, like where they sat down and were meeting.
Where Merle shows up as a walker? Or no?
He does yeah,
Same
he does
place?
die at the same place,
Yeah.
yes. But um yeah, they made a set for the actual sit down spot for Rick and
Isn't that so
Governor.
interesting how they
But
like I can understand for a hospital, but just the things that end up
I
getting
wonder
made.
I feel like it's just so like they can control more like environmentally,
Yeah, I
like
guess,
sound
yeah.
and all that. But I'm not sure. But like yeah, there's got the silos that Daryl and Martinez are going through to like look for walkers while Rick and the governor are having meetings and the meeting
Mhm.
and all that. So yeah, that was a cool little. The coolest thing for me about that is just she didn't tell us where we were going, so she was like, "Let's see if you recognize
And
this."
you're like, "Oh, dude, I
Yeah,
see that."
but it was so cool because we drove down the road just like the shot in the intro. Because like in the intro, it's just like somebody taking a video
Yeah.
driving past it, kind of. And we were driving past. I was like, that's real life right there. Like, that's actually it. That's not on my screen. It was really cool.
She needs like a filter on her
On the
windows.
window, yeah. Put a little Walking Dead intro filter on it. Uh, so yeah, we stopped there. Then we headed into Sonoya, like more into the actual town. Um, and so we went through some like neighborhoods a little bit, like heading into like the main
What is
downtown.
you keep saying Sonoya and I know nothing. What is that?
Sonoya is the town that they filmed most of The Walking Dead in.
Okay.
So it's um so yeah, we had to drive through some neighborhoods before we got into the downtown area of it. Um so she was like, we're gonna drive by some houses here. Let's see if you can
Okay.
guess what they are.
Let's see if you know. Did you know? Every time she did
I
that, did
did
you know?
I did know, yeah.
Did your
Um
dad know?
no, he
He
didn't
was
know
like,
nothing.
oh,
Yeah.
all right.
He was just along for the ride,
Yeah.
but he did have a great time. He really did. And shout out to my dad because he actually paid for me to go do this and for us to go on this trip. So thank you. Uh, yeah, big bucket list item for me here. But this was the first house. I think it was only two houses that we actually stopped at, but
And people live in these houses.
people live in these houses. Yes.
What is on the roof? Carl eating
Yeah,
pudding?
it's the pudding house. Yeah.
And they are down for it.
Yeah. Well, pretty much like that.
I mean,
Not
they literally have
they
Carl.
are down for it. Obviously, they
Yeah.
have Carl on the roof. So
I wonder if that's just for Halloween.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it is the time. There were a lot of Halloween decorations up. So
It probably is. That's cool. See, I would always hope that people are like this. Like I've
yeah.
seen articles lately, or whatever, scrolling on Facebook. The house from Breaking Bad
Oh yeah,
is up
yeah,
for
yeah,
sale, but the people that have owned it have been so grumpy about it. And I think
yeah,
that they owned it like while it was filming, but they put like this giant fence up and stuff, and now they're trying to get millions of dollars for the house, and it's like worth like 350,000, something like that, and
yeah.
they've got
It's
like
not worth the
yeah,
yeah
but they're not really
into it.
enjoying it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that if I owned a home that had something with history like this, I would want I wouldn't just buy a house because it was in something. I would buy a house because I was into it.
yeah, yeah. You're into what it was
Like
in.
I'm not like, "Oh, I just
Yeah.
want to own that house." Like I wouldn't want to own the Breaking Bad house.
See, that's the thing. You got to be down for it. Like they said, or our tour guide said that, like the mill that we were at before this,
Yeah.
there's a house like directly across from it, and they hate people stopping there. And
See,
yeah, so they apparently they'll come out and whatever. But so we kind of had to be quick with it. I did not care this entire time, and when she started slowing down, I learned that most of the time she stopped and like let us get out
but
and
you
stuff.
could
But
ask
yeah,
to hop out.
I was like, I'm gonna hop out. Can I hop out real quick?
Yeah.
And like I already had like my seatbelt unbuckled. I was like, I'm getting out for this stuff. I'm only
Yeah.
gonna be here probably once or whatever, so I'm gonna take pictures. But yeah, you got to be down for like people just stopping by,
I'm
hopping
sorry,
out.
you're literally enacting a scene from the show
Yeah,
on your house in
yeah.
a Halloween prop.
They're totally into it. They have to be.
Did you take
But
a picture of this without yourself in it?
uh,
I was just gonna
I don't
say
know.
if you're hesitant about posting yourself, that would be a good one to post if you just took a picture of the house on its
I did
own.
take a picture of just the house,
Yeah.
but
If
I
you
don't know.
don't want to post
I
yourself.
might post myself. Um, Another house that we stopped by, I have right here. This one's a little harder to guess. I got it, but I want to see if you can guess it.
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
It looks familiar, but I know I've seen it, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I can't tell you what happens here.
I did. I actually mashed up, maybe for posting, but I mashed up scenes with the pictures I took. This is the house. It's Negan's house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I would not have guessed Negan's house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty cool. Pretty.
yeah, I don't know. Everybody knows that. We're like, I've seen that before somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Yeah, that's what I think most people would be like. It's like it's
Like, I don't,
familiar, but
it's not
you
something
know.
like I'm not in the situation a lot where I'm like, "Oh, I'm driving down and I live in an area where anything is filmed." But
Mm,
like when we were watching The Last of Us and there were those Kansas City scenes,
yeah,
we are familiar enough with the Kansas City area that that stuff we're like, "Oh, we know exactly where that is." But then there's other stuff that they're trying to make it seem like it's Kansas City. You're like, "That's not
yeah. Like I don't
like is
notice
that
that,
actually Kansas City? I don't
or
really feel
I don't
like
know
it
what that
is."
is.
You know.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So then after that, this Negan's house is actually pretty close to Woodbury, which is where we stopped
Negan's house,
next.
that person probably is the same person who owned it when it was filming. It's not
Who
that long
knows?
ago.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't that long ago. Who knows? But yeah. So we came up on like the back side of Woodbury, um, and parked and got out, and we came up to. I immediately recognized this just because of the awning. It has the same awning on since like when they were filming in season 3.
I don't recognize it.
Yeah. It's ooh,
I'm not super into the governor though,
okay,
which
yeah.
I know is controversial. Controversial. A lot of people like that was a golden era, but I'm not super into the governor in his situation. I liked the on the road right after.
I'm more of a fan of the governor kinda like in season 4. I know season 3 is like the bulk of him, but I kinda liked the arc of him after he lost everything.
Yeah, I like that better than when he's got literally his town or
Yeah.
his street,
Yeah.
whatever we want to call it.
Yeah, his street, yes. But, yeah, so, um, yeah, this picture basically right across from this awning, like across the street, that's where a wall was. Like if you remember the governor hitting golf balls off of the wall
Yeah.
into the street, this is where that was.
Mm.
Or where Tyrese and Sasha were up on the wall,
Yeah.
that's where this was. So cool little spot. And then here's a fun little picture. They have these like there's been a bunch of stuff filmed in this town. Um, and so while you're walking around, they have like their own little Hollywood plaques, kind of like stars, but they're not. They're just like little plaques in the ground.
Oh, things that were what was filmed here.
Yeah. So I got a picture with the Walking Dead plaque, TV series plaque. So got to stop. Just yeah, we were walking around Woodbury or just on the street. Just some of the pictures I'm showing you here. I'll talk about a little bit. This is the alleyway. I mean, you probably won't remember because it's a short thing, but it's like where the governor and Andrea have a little bit of a moment in that. Yeah, but
You're like, gotta get me a picture
I
in
don't
the
know.
alleyway.
I'll tell you, I was hesitant. I was standing there. I was like, yeah, I know, but hey, I'm here. I'll take a picture in this alleyway. Um, but yeah, then we went out onto like the median in the middle of the street.
You're in the middle of the road.
No, it's like it's a nice like in the show, like it's a nice grass
Okay, well, show
thing,
me it.
and I don't. This is a picture of us standing in. We were standing in the middle, but where we were standing was where the governor comes out of his house or whatever apartment, where he walks out
They
and like
added.
shoots the guy that was on the ground. I remember. I think he got bit or something. He was dying.
Did they like take some of these buildings out?
Yeah, they redid some of this stuff, so it's a little bit different from when the show was running, but especially on the other side of the street, there was like shorter buildings, and they came in and like made two taller ones with like balconies that came out
Oh,
and
yeah.
go down. So that looks the most different to me. Um, but yeah, this was cool. They're like, yeah, the tour guide pulled out her phone and was like, here's a scene. This is when Governor shoots that guy. We're standing
That's
right
what
where
you're
that guy
supposed to
died.
do.
Yeah.
That's what a good tour
So
guide.
yeah, yeah, she was great.
She had all
Um,
these screenshots ready.
dude, she had screenshots and she like also pulled up like the episodes and played parts of the episodes like to show us stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, I know what it's from, but I will not turn down watching some Walking Dead on a Walking Dead tour. Then we stopped in Nick and Norman's, which was right here. That's just a clear photo of the outside of it.
Was it good?
I did not have time to actually eat here, and I'm really disappointed about
What?
that. That is the one disappointment I have. But we didn't have time. She had another tour after us, and we went 4 hours, and it was supposed to be a 3 hour tour.
Yeah, it seems like you
So
guys somehow, this doesn't seem like enough that you've seen, but somehow you managed to eat away your time
oh yeah,
messing
yeah.
around instead because you were supposed to eat here.
It did feel like it was going fast. Like we were hopping to other stuff, not too fast. Like I was enjoying it, but it was moving along like fairly quickly.
Hmm.
Like
I'm disappointed in you.
I could have gotten like a drink or something here, but
What's a drink gonna do?
that's all I could get. I did obviously I just walked in from off the plane, but
You got a hat. You didn't eat
yeah,
the food.
I got a hat and I got a koozie because I was like, I'm just let me grab some stuff because I can say I've been here, but
Okay, well, I guess we have to go back because
yeah,
that's not acceptable.
that's yeah. I want to go back just to eat here. They actually have other locations though too, um,
What's the point?
but yeah, this is the one to go to. Um, but yeah, so we left there and then we went down to like the end of the street, like the best place to look at Woodbury. Um, yeah, this is when it felt like really real because you could just see the like the whole street like all the way up. Um, but yeah, you can really see um, in this picture that I'm showing you these are the balconies that like they put in the new buildings that they had put in. But the I guess if you're looking up the street, the left side looks pretty accurate to what it
Yeah.
was back in the day. Um, but yeah, that was really cool to
No,
see.
there's always been giraffes in Woodbury.
What do you see? It?
There's a giraffe.
Oh yeah, yeah. There. Hey, actually, we saw somebody hauling an elephant statue on the way back from this place. So
Well, we know where they got it.
all kinds of animals out there, all kinds of animal statues. That would be an interesting weeping angel. Then we went through. They had like a little farmers market going. We walked through that. I right before we walked through that, we saw
You went to the farmer's market instead of eating at
there
the
was something
restaurant?
in there.
Okay.
So they had the Outpost 22 front gate of Alexandria set up out there.
I've
What?
never seen this sign painted on here before in my life.
What? This is like the final season stuff. So
Okay, so I
you've
probably
only
won't remember, yeah.
watched it probably one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is when the Commonwealth and Alexandria were like kind of like merged into one there, and they made it Outpost 22. Um, but yeah, they made that more of a permanent little thing in the town for Walking Dead, so people can come and take pictures with it and all that. So in the farmers market, this is funny because they actually had somebody set up in front of this, but they had the walls with the names of the dead written on them.
And they had a booth set in front
They
of
had a
it so
booth
you
set
can't
up in
see
front
it?
of it. Look at this girl in this picture. I started taking this picture. She was nowhere near me. Like she was back over here somewhere. But I started taking this picture, and like she like came out. I saw her out of the corner of my eye, and she just ducked, and she stayed there for like a long time. Like she could have just kept
So
moving.
that's the picture you have of the wall, that's
But
it?
I mean, I can zoom this in and
There's more
crop
to
it.
that wall, but
Oh
okay.
yeah, yeah. I got more of it. But yeah, I really was focusing on in this the Adria, Nicholas, and Glenn because that's the biggest stuff in the show to me. Like that we get of the wall,
They're just like,
like the
we're
focus on
just
the
trying to have
wall.
our farmer's market.
No, she was really cool. She actually was she had a Nick and Norman hat on. I think she was running. They had a like a little booth. Nick and Norman's had a little
Oh,
booth
well,
in
then get
there.
out of the way of the
So
Walking Dead people.
yeah.
You basically, that's part of your job as well.
So that's the wall. That part of it. Yeah,
What
they
in the
had just this
world?
booth in front of it.
Yeah,
But
that's weird.
uh and then they also had a little piece off to the side. So they had Deanna,
No, Pascal.
Pascal, yeah, Pascal, Deanna, I guess Deanna, Jesse, Sam, and Ron are on this one.
Oh my goodness.
Who's Deanna? And then so after that we left Woodbury and drove like half a minute to Alexandria.
The thing that always gets me about Alexandria is that I remember, at least this is what you told me, back in the beginning of them filming there,
Mhm.
that was a brand new neighborhood.
Okay, so what they did, they actually like partnered with the town of Sonoya, so they knew that this was happening. Like we're AMC was like, we want to build this town and for the show, but we want to make like that like real houses and we'll give it to you guys when we're done. So it wasn't there like before the show. Like
It- AMC paid for it and built all these
AMC,
homes.
well, it was like a partnership. So I think if I'm remembering correctly, she said like AMC pretty much built all of it, but Sonoya, I think they did some of like the utility, like that side of it.
Yeah.
Um,
And they just
yeah,
gave the homes to the city. And then the city was like, you have to
I
buy
don't,
these
I
houses
don't
from
know
us,
if
the city.
there was more
So they were vacant the entire time they were filming Alexandria
until the end.
until the end of the show.
No, like they were still filming like season 11, but they were selling the houses off.
Okay, because I
So
thought people
people
lived
were.
in these houses all the time
I thought
and
that
they
too.
moved them
Yeah,
out to film. Because,
yeah,
yeah, what in the world? This neighborhood, these nice houses,
yeah.
and
Nice
then,
houses though.
a couple months every year, we're going to put up these rickety, rusty walls and light fires in the street.
Yeah, we're gonna blow this place
Yeah,
up
so that makes a lot more
every year.
sense that they could do whatever they wanted if they just
Yeah,
built them and they were vacant homes.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
This is what I was getting from
That's
that.
the
Yeah,
biggest answer I've gotten.
yeah. So yeah, it was season 11. People were living in them like towards the end, but while they were filming. So they had
Hmm.
bought the houses, some of them, and were living in them. Yeah, this was a really cool one for me too because this is kind of a gooberish picture of me. But like this is like Negan's
Oh
cell
yeah.
in here.
This is actually what is the excuse for this? What is
What?
this in your neighborhood?
What do
What's
you mean?
down there? Like
It's just a basement level, I guess. I
it's
I think it's an
open.
apartment, but
What?
yeah, I
That's
don't
your
know.
little like door to go down into your house?
Yeah,
What in the world?
but you can see like
Yeah.
Michonne or whoever it was standing there, and I don't think it was Michonne.
Maggie.
Yeah, Michonne and Maggie or something.
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, I got
Okay,
my
my
crowbar. I'm gonna go
question
kill him.
for you is that the gate, the front gate
Yeah,
to Alexandria where
yeah.
they have that like burnt up building and all the cars parked,
Mm,
is that a thing there or is that a completely
no,
different area?
it's
Did you see
gone.
it?
Yeah, we like drove through that
Well,
front gate
obviously
area,
it's
but
gone, but like
what do you mean then?
it's not in conjunction to this neighborhood.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh,
It is.
okay.
Yeah, it's yeah. All the Alexandria stuff is like in this little subdivision, I guess. But uh, yeah, so this is cool. Makes me think of that Maggie going in there, or what is it? The wolf and Denise like
Don't
waiting
talk about that.
at the wall to try to make their way to the the guard tower. Um, I do have another picture. I was like,
Are you doing your homework?
yeah, I was like, this is my Judith picture, sitting on the steps talking to Negan over in the window. I always thought every time I watched scenes with these areas, the fencing, it's like, dude, those are insanely sharp looking
Mm-mm.
poles or whatever. That was, I don't know, that was fun to see. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
they're real. Well,
They're
obviously they're
hey,
real,
they could be
but
useful.
yeah, and they never really used them like that. But
They should have.
yeah, like somebody's gonna get hurt on those. Yeah, and then I have a picture. So this is right out in front of where we just were, but it's a big open area now where they had the windmill and the church, and like the farming
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just all open area now.
They should put a park in there.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, it has a road going through the open area, so they could add more houses in there too, because it is a fairly small little place.
Mm.
Um, and then
People should open Airbnbs in there.
oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I would totally book one of those. Then we got to see the alleyway where they kind of loaded up, like the had the ammunitions and the food pantry all in these garage doors.
I'm not gonna say.
Uh, but yeah, let's go down that alleyway. Yeah, she said it was just great for filming this kind of alleyway because a lot of it could everything could come in right to that point. Like they had the armory, they had the pantry and other little things. I think Gabriel's church is around there at one point, like one of the garage, not his full church later on, but like the garage one. And just like the loading of vehicles, they could have a lot of good scenes there because it was all nice and tight, and it was also good for like surprise shots to have a close quarters area within the town within
Hmm.
Alexandria, so like you could have walkers come around the side and be more of a surprise than the open houses where it's harder to get that. Uh, and then yeah, then we got to see like the pond area on the other side.
Light on fire.
Yeah, I have a picture of me uh, pretending to
Pretending.
pretending to use a rocket launcher.
Anthony. Why?
Because I was like, Oh, I'm gonna shoot this rocket launcher at the pond.
I'm glad I was here.
Hey, there was like nobody there, so I was like, hey, I'll be cringe. Why not in this moment? Um, then we got to see like this is the little gazebo.
It seems like you had time to eat. I'm hung up on this.
What? I want to see all this stuff. This is short stuff. Like she would drop us off like at the end of this pathway, and she's like, "All right, I'm gonna drive down there, just like run through, and I'll pick you up, and we'll drive over to the next little bit." Like we weren't free walking around in
It seems like
Alexandria.
you were free
Yeah,
walking. Yeah.
we just got out a bunch of times. Like she'd park, and we'd get out, take a few pictures, get back in, and then go around. But but yeah, so the gazebo to see
I want
that.
you to also know you're gonna have to post the pictures because
Oh yeah, I gotta,
every
I
single thing
gotta.
you're saying is, and then I have this picture, and I have this
I
picture.
know, I know. I'm realizing that as I'm
You know,
going here. So
there's
yeah,
no way to do
I'm
this
gonna
without
have to.
posting everything.
I'm gonna have to post it. But yeah, yeah. It's like this is where like Rick and Michonne were trying to put out the fire after Carl died because he used to sit on top of it or whatever.
Seems like they
Um,
did a good job.
yeah, I was surprised too. I was like, part of me thinks that I don't know because it was TV, but I was like, did they rebuild this like exactly the same or because I thought it looked like it was like really, really, really on fire, but uh, I don't know. Then we also got to see the houses that uh, Aaron gives Rick and the crew when they come in. So these are the two houses, and they obviously stayed in the one the first night.
Yeah.
But
Imagine you bought those houses.
I know everybody's driving by, taking pictures.
And you're just a regular person, so you shouldn't have bought that house. It wasn't meant for
Yeah,
you.
she said that a lot of them, especially like here, are pretty cool with people coming through, like, and they should be.
Yeah.
But um, an interesting thing. I don't think I got a picture of this, but to the left of this house that they got, this is the house that they did most of the filming in. So what they did is, and it's still to this day, all to the left, it's just open area. There's no house next to it, and they have like this big like 3-pane window that they specifically put in on that side of the house so they could bring like that those arm cameras
Oh yeah.
and get shots like that. So
See, yeah. How do you own that house and not? N-
yeah,
I just
yeah,
can't wrap my mind around because it happens all the time.
yeah, sell them off. But yeah, this was a cool one uh, for me to see because I just like to see like they still had the 101 on the door on the stair step there.
Is that not the house
Um,
number?
it is, but it was just cool to see because there's a lot of stuff that happens. I think this is like where Carl and Judith do their handprints on that porch. It's where Daryl is like tearing apart the possum that he killed coming into Alexandria, like gutting it on that porch. It's where Rick's like, "Hey, if they can't get on board with us, we'll just take this place." Um, so yeah, that was a cool one. They then we headed out of Alexandria, and this was all that was left. But up until recently, there was a bunch of panels of the wall still sitting here, and now there's
Mm.
like just a little stack of like 4 pieces of the wall left. They found something to do with them, but
Hmm.
and then we headed back in to Woodbury to go to the Woodbury shop. This was the last thing we did, and it was just a bunch of I got some souvenirs and whatever. But the cool thing to see was everybody's signatures all over. the walls. Um, so I got pictures of like um, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Norman Reedus, uh, a bunch of them. Eugene. Some of them had some good little messages on here. This was Eugene's.
Respect the mullet.
Yeah,
They let the kids sign. That's cute.
yeah, Gracie. Yeah. Uh, and what they had. That's Norman Reedus's. It's very faded. He was like the first one to go
Mhm.
down there and um, do that. And this is I had to. Is like behind. It was in some shelving. Like they had some shelving up against Melissa McBride's
Mm.
signature. So I got a picture of the top, her actual signature, Carol. Then I had to go under a shelf to get her message.
You high sell flowers. Oh no.
You guys sell flowers? So, and then here's a good one.
Oh, they got
They
dog.
got 7 dog. Put his little paw print
Why is there a
on
bug?
there. I don't know. But they drew 7 and they drew a bug. I don't know, but I thought that was pretty cute. They got his little paw print up on the wall. So that is everything I have. Walking Dead.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it was a really good trip. I'm glad I went. And
Seems like if you go again, you need to do the longest version.
yeah, the other version, I think it's like an 8-hour tour. Um, obviously, I want to go to Nick and Norman's if I go again and actually eat something there. But the 8-hour tour is this tour combined with an Atlanta tour. Um, so you get to see more filming locations around the actual city that they used. Like she did say that Terminus is surprisingly like in the city. In the show, it feels like it's out in the middle of nowhere, but it's in the city, um, or close by ish. And she didn't say any other locations like within the city. The only other locations that we talked about were Hilltop. This was interesting to me. Is like 2 hours away, so it's kind of far. Um, and then Oceanside, they filmed that in Savannah, Georgia, which is I think she said was like 3 hours away. But
They didn't want to drive 3 hours to film content in Oceanside, so they just pretty much dropped it out of the show.
yeah. Well, I was thinking like so they drug like Rick and all of these characters out to Oceanside for that one scene where they go in there and they take all the guns, and then they drove them all back. But but yeah, that was cool. Um, that's what I got to do on my Walking Dead tour. So I don't know if this is going to be a little extra thing or if it's going to make it to the
Survey,
episode, but
no.
I don't think it's going to
Survey
be.
says this is some extra thing.
It's going to be like a bonus episode or something, probably. Uh, so yeah, thanks for listening to my little review. I guess it's not really a review. It's just what I did in Atlanta. See you guys next time.